For the next presentation, I would like to invite Ms. Eva Westland, Trade and Investment Commissioner for Flanders, FIT in Mumbai, to please join us on the dais.
All right, good morning everybody. Well, technology is wonderful when everything's working fine, right? Anyway, I'm very happy to move a little bit forward. I hope you can hear me well. So my name is Eva Verstrala. I'm representing Flanders Investment and Trade here in Mumbai. I arrived in August last year, 2024, which is already 15 months ago. And today it's my pleasure to be with you and to speak a bit more about Flanders and the opportunities to work together for you as SMEs and for our companies, which are mainly SMEs as well. And so I would like to say a bit more about what Flanders is, what Flanders Investment and Trade is, and where we see a lot of opportunities to work together and to grow together. Now, Flanders. I'm sure many of you raise your eyebrows when I say Flanders. If I say Belgium, then maybe some things come to your mind. And probably it's one of these. It might be beer, it might be chocolate, it might be French fries. You're totally right. These are indeed things that we're quite famous for. And if you're a party goer, then this might come to your mind, because yes, Tomorrowland is also ours, if I can call it that way. It's also a very famous music festival which takes place in Flanders. So yes, that is Flanders, but Flanders is a lot more than that, of course, and I'm sure this did not come to your mind when I say Flanders or Belgium, but cricket actually has origins in Flanders. It used to be the favorite sport of the weavers, the workers in the textile industry. They brought it to the UK, and the UK brought it over to India. So you see, we have more in common than you might think. Now, let's speak a bit about geography. Flanders is actually the northern part of Belgium. We think Belgium is so big, we had to divide it into 3 parts. The northern part is Flanders, the southern part is Wallonia, where they speak French. I myself speak Flemish and then French, English and other languages. But in the north in Flanders, we tend to speak Flemish as a first language. In the south in Wallonia, people speak French as a first language. And then we have the capital, Brussels, where they mainly speak French, but many other languages as well, because of course Brussels is the capital to many international institutions. NATO, the EU has its headquarters there, and so on. But as you see, Flanders, Belgium is right in the middle of Europe, squeezed in between a few really big ones. We're squeezed in between France, Germany, and the Netherlands, and of course across the canal there is the UK as well, which means that in a radius of 500 kilometers you can reach most of the purchasing power in Europe. A few facts and figures. Aside from the fact that we love music, we also love arts. If you had the chance to go to Belgium, I hope you've seen some of the beautiful architecture in our cities, such as Bruges, Ghent, for instance, to name a few. But we're pretty small. Inhabitants in Flanders is 6.5 million. I checked yesterday, Mumbai is around 20 million, so yeah, we're pretty small. 30,000 square kilometers, but we do have 166 different nationalities and a GDP per capita of 35,000 euro, which is pretty impressive for just a region. Export for us is extremely important, and 82% of all the export of Belgium is coming from Flanders. So that just says a bit about the importance of Flanders for the country. I think you can compare Flanders with Maharashtra, for instance, which is also, economically speaking, a very, very important state for the country. And this is something that I really am quite proud of, coming from Flanders, because these are the exporters, the biggest exporters worldwide. We're at number 15, and you see we are there as a region, not as a country, but as a region, while all the others above us, from 1 to 14, these are all countries, of course, starting with China and the US as the biggest exporters. Of course, when you say export, what do we export and what are our main exporting services and products? There, I think it's very interesting, and a reason why I'm happy to be here in India is because there's so many things we have in common with India. Because chemistry, pharma, transport equipment, and machines, electrical equipment are things that we're strong at and that you are strong in too. So there's a lot of fields for cooperation between your country and my region. Of course, we also export services, business services, etc. It's not a surprise that our main export destinations are Germany, France, the Netherlands, and the UK, simply because it's easy, they're our neighbors, but we do export worldwide, of course. If you say export, you say logistics. You need your goods to move from A to B and from B to A. So in Flanders, we have 4 ports, we have 3 airports, and a lot of motorway and railway that connects us all over Europe. And that's, of course, important for you, because if you sell to Europe, your goods need to enter the European market, and that's where you need to see how is the most effective way and the most cost-effective way to bring your goods into the European market. So we like to say that you can use Flanders as your gateway not only to Belgium but to entire Europe. Of course, Port of Antwerp-Bruges, I think, rings a bell to many of you. If you're exporting to Europe, then there's a very, very good chance that you have considered or are using the Port of Antwerp-Bruges to bring your goods to your clients in Europe. It's also the world's 2nd largest petrochemical cluster. Many people don't know that. And when I see this slide, I always say the 3 Bs. Beans, coffee beans, beer and bananas. And yes, all these things enter and exit via the Port of Antwerp. 8 million bananas pass through the Port of Antwerp-Bruges every year. It's the biggest beer terminal. Yeah, beer, I mean, we're Belgium, so we need our beer. There is enough beer passing through the Port of Antwerp to fill 2 billion pints per year. So that's a lot of beer going through the beer terminal. But of course, we also have coffee beans. We're also a very, very big hub towards Africa. So many African countries are also trading to Europe and to other parts of the world via Flanders and via the Port of Antwerp-Bruges. It's now Europe's 2nd largest container port, and worldwide we're at number 13 when it comes to container ports. I think diamonds might have also been something else that comes to your mind when I say Belgium, especially Antwerp. I'm sure in your community of friends, family, partners, colleagues, you know definitely somebody who's in the diamond business and who might do business in Europe, who might have family or partners in Europe and in Antwerp as well. Because yes, 85% of all the rough diamonds, they pass via Antwerp. 50% of all the polished diamonds, we have 4 diamond markets and more than 1,500 diamond companies in just 1 square mile area. So yes, diamonds are our best friend for sure. As I mentioned, we love our music, we love our art and our architecture, but we are also very, very strong in R&D. We're number 4 when it comes to strategic research centers, and we spend quite a bit of money on R&D because we do believe that that's the way to move forward, to move our planet forward, and of course also what makes it interesting for you if you're working in different fields of science and technology to consider Flanders as a base to work together and to develop new achievements. Now, international business in Flanders. We're quite an open state, an open region, if I may say so, meaning we also attract quite a lot of interest and investments from abroad. As you see, in 2024, we had 277 new projects coming from worldwide. Many of them come from Europe, but also quite a few investments are coming from Asia and from the Americas. Can be anything, but quite a few are investing related to research and development. Exactly, just as I said, we're very strong in R&D. We put a lot of money and effort in R&D, and of course that also creates opportunities for startups and for newcomers from abroad. But also many companies, they open up a sales and marketing office exactly to do the business development for them, to reach more clients in Europe. And of course, logistics and production are also options. This can be greenfields, can be M&As or expansion. We have all different kinds of foreign direct investors coming to us. Now, why do we come into the picture? We, I say, Flanders Investment and Trade, which is a non-governmental agency that I'm working for. Many people think that we do investment. Well, yes and no. We working for the Flemish government, so we are not a consultant. We don't charge you, and you can ask us any kind of question. Basically, what we do is do matchmaking. We like to create added value for our companies and for you as a foreign company by matching you with possible partners, whether it's to find a good partner to set up your business in Europe, whether it's to bring your goods into the European market, to grow your business in Europe. If there's any question you might have about regulatory, for instance, these are also topics that we can discuss with you. We like you to see us as a partner on your way to growth. The same way as we can help our companies to grow, we can also help you grow further into Europe. So we help our companies to internationalize, and at the same time we can also ask your questions that you might have on how to bring your goods to the European market. Who do we talk to? We talk to our companies, we talk to you as foreign companies, we talk to governments, we talk to associations such as the chamber here who's hosting us here today. We also talk to startups, so you don't have to be a big company. It's not just the Tatas and the L&Ts we're talking to. We're more than welcome, we're more than open to answer your questions, no matter at which stage your company is. And we're close to the market. We have 71 offices worldwide, 3 in India. So myself, I'm leading the team in Mumbai, but we also have a team in New Delhi and in Bangalore. And so, yes, we like to accompany you on your customer journey. We focus on a number of sectors, which I will come to right away. We focus on a certain number of markets and a certain number of geographical areas. And for us, India is definitely the place where we want to be. We see in India a lot of potential, exactly because the areas where India is strong are also the areas where we are strong in. Chemical sector, for instance, logistics, diamonds. These are just to name a few. So these are the sectors that we like to focus on, but as I said, we also work on others. Logistics, of course. I already explained to you why logistics is such an important sector for us. But of course, digital tech, and digital tech is of course also one where India is very strong in. Climate tech, media and entertainment, defense and security, unfortunately, is also becoming more and more important again for us as well. Chemistry, health tech, and agri and food tech. I already mentioned to you, we have ports, airports, railways, and of course motorways to cover not only our territory, but also your gateway to entire Europe. Antwerp I've discussed, but there's also the North Sea port, which is also the largest fruit juice terminal in the world, focusing also on grain. A lot of grain in Europe passes through Ghent to enter to different markets, and it's also has a large production site for biorefinery and energy in Europe. The port of Ostend might be a bit less known, focusing a lot on the blue economy and lots of roll-on, roll-off happening there. And then we have Brussels Airport. Brussels Airport is very important, and if you're dealing in chemicals, pharmaceuticals, then you probably know that Brussels Airport is the place where they launched, as the first airport in the world, a certification program which is done at the airport level and not at the company level, meaning that those who have the CEIV certificates, that certification goes through the airport, meaning that the entire community has an open source data sharing platform where anybody who is exporting pharmaceuticals, chemicals to Europe has access to a database where you can track and trace, because of course cold chain is extremely important. You want your active ingredients to remain at the best conditions, so you want to be sure that your products arrive at destination not only via the shortest way, but also that the cold chain is uninterrupted. And that is something unique at Brussels Airport, meaning they're very, very strong in pharmaceutical and life science products, but also perishables such as flowers and fresh fruit, for instance. This is Pharma Aero. This is the application that I was mentioning, that I was talking to you about. So this is the open source data platform, the first in the world to be launched at Brussels Airport. Needless to say that all of the big transportation and logistics companies, they do have a hub in Brussels Airport as a distribution center to their clients worldwide. Another sector which is very important for us and for India as well, of course, is the life science industry. And in Flanders, we're the #1 for clinical trial procedure speed. We're #1 for the biotech market capitalization, and also clinical trial applications per capita, we're at #2 in Europe. And of course, pharma and biotech patent applications per capita is something that we're also very, very strong in. Who says medtech in Flanders can think of startups all the way to multinationals, from the very, very small ones until the big ones. All of them have some kind of presence or cooperation in Flanders. And areas that we're strong in as advanced microscopy, medical imaging, biochips for diagnostics, and active implants such as pumps, drug delivery systems, and neurostimulators. The reason why the pharma landscape in Flanders is so strong is mainly because we have the entire ecosystem, from the big pharma people, Janssen, Sanofi, GSK, for instance, but we also have startups, incubators, accelerators, and of course a lot of federations and key organizations that help these companies connect and grow. A lot of research centers. If you're in this field, then you probably know IMEC, which is the most famous worldwide, but we have a lot of universities, university hospitals working in this field. So if this is a sector that you're working in and you have any kind of question, feel free to approach me, and we'll be more than happy to engage for a further conversation together. Now the chemical sector. All of the world's top 10 biopharma companies, they have their key activities in Flanders, and 8 of the world's top 10 chemical firms, they have a production site in Flanders. So there must be a reason why all these big names decided to be present in Flanders, right? We are the EU's second largest exporter of pharmaceuticals, and also home to Europe's largest integrated petrochemical cluster. As you see here, these are the biggest petrochemical clusters in the world, Houston being the biggest one, but in Europe, Antwerp is the #1. Agritech is another sector which is very important for us in Flanders, but also very, very important and also very relevant, I believe, for you here in India. We're working on a lot of new developments, whether it's meat replacing or a more sustainable way to grow our crops, whether it's reducing waste while producing food, etc., etc. So definitely also very important for a more sustainable future for the entire planet. Another one in the same line, clean tech and climate tech. The companies which I'm showing you here are just a few names of Belgian companies, Flemish companies who are active in India already, who are working on wastewater treatment, for instance, on recycling, etc. Now, what do? I already mentioned briefly that we help to do matchmaking between Indian companies and Flemish companies. In other words, if you have any questions about regulatory, you want to bring your products to the European market, you're not sure what kind of licenses, etc., that you need, feel free to ask us a question. We're more than happy to give you that kind of information. If you would like to compare prices between a warehouse in Flanders or a warehouse in Germany, we can help you do that, and then you can also do your homework and see what is the best place for you to land. We help our companies from Flanders to set up a booth or a pavilion at the big expos worldwide, where you might also be present. And if you want to have a B2B with any company in your sector, feel free to reach out to us. We can also help you do that. Now, when it comes to the existing trade figures between Belgium then and India, it's quite nice to see that India is our 17th client and also, well, almost 16th supplier. So there's quite a nice balance in export and import between Belgium then as a country and India. And you see the items or the products that we're importing and exporting are very much overlapping. We are working with precious metals and stones, so are you, machinery, equipment, and chemicals. As I mentioned, we have a lot of things to talk about. Not only us, but these companies, they have seen light in Flanders and they have decided to set up a presence. I'm sure you know many of these logos, many of these names are familiar. So I think if they saw music in Flanders, then there might be a song for you to sing there as well. At the same time, a lot of Flemish companies, they have understood that India is the place to be. These are just a few of the big names which are here. If you would like to be connected to any of them, feel free to reach out to us. More than happy to connect. So this is my presentation until here. I'm not the only one here in India. We have an office in New Delhi. My colleague Babette is here on the slide as well. She'll be more than happy to answer your questions. If you have a colleague or a team in the north or the east part of India, then she's the one you better turn to. I cover the west here in India, so I cover Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Goa. And then my colleague, Jayant, he covers the south of India. So if any question whatsoever, I'm there, the team is there, and always happy to talk to you for further business. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that insightful presentation. I would like to invite Mr. Rajan Raje, Chairperson, MSME Forum, Bombay Chamber, and CEO, Nichem Solution, to please present memento to Ms. Eva Westland, Trade and Investment Commissioner for Flanders in Mumbai. A round of applause for ma'am.